On this episode of Comedians in a Comedy Club Answering Questions, we ask, what's the best heckle you've ever heard?
Ooh, don't know.
Wasn't on stage, it was during sex, and it was, is it in yet?
I rarely get heckled.
Of course, the comeback was, Ian, I'm finished.
They're mostly shit. So just don't do them. Just let the comedians do their thing.
But yeah, the best heckle I've ever seen on stage was a guy, I won't say his name because I can't remember, he's not in the industry anymore, but he was dying, he wasn't going well. And I was back at the original sit-down comedy club at Dockside, and he goes, well, this isn't going so well, how about I do impressions? I'll do an impression for you. And some punter yelled out, can you do one of a comedian? I fucking pissed myself laughing. That's the best heckle I've ever seen or heard.
On tour in New Zealand, on stage, and this guy just kept yelling out, horse!
I was in Caboolture, and you can't do material up there. They just don't. Anyway, the point, more to the point, I got heckled for having pockets.
Horse!
For being like socio-economically out of place. But like, everyone was like, hey, look, he's got pockets. I bet you got shit to put in there, you fucking dog. Like, you know, it was bizarre. Like, I've never, like, I know you can't have nice things in Caboolture, but you can't even have fucking pockets.
And it'd be like over the top of a punchline, horse!
And even if they rob me, where are they going to put all my shit? I don't have any fucking pockets.
And I kind of nailed him with a few of the kind of classic heckler lines. And then the second act, it was 3 feature acts in a row, and the second act's come on, and he got the same thing, horse! And by the time the third act came along, we thought security had dealt with this guy, and he'd left. We found out after the gig that he wasn't yelling horse at all. This guy was so drunk, he had an ice bucket under the table, and he was throwing up into it, going, horse!
I used to do this joke, and it was a weird joke, and it ended in like the punchline. The idea, but anyway, the punchline was I mentioned something about having sex with Pauline Hanson, and someone just yelled out, "What would you do to her?"
I was doing stand-up, and right before I even said the first word, this woman in the front row is like, "Shit." And I looked at her, and I was like, Mom.
I didn't know what to do with that. Like I was like, what? Like I don't know what that is. Like what? Like mine was meant to be this ridiculous throwaway thing, and then they've asked me this super specific question that really made me think. I was like, how would you? Like what would it take to get her off?
I don't know, because I fucking hate those fuckers. Show us your tits.
Not even meant to be here, dude.
Yeah, I really don't. I just want them to fuck off. I just wish they'd fuck off.
Yeah, I just thought, how's that going for you? Has anyone but your mother ever shown you their tits?
I was very new to comedy, drove up to Toowoomba, which is a 2-hour drive, started opening a bit with I wasn't a hot kid. I don't know, there was some other context there, and someone yelled out, yeah, we can tell.
It was actually to me, and I was quite new, and I walked out onto the stage in Southampton in the UK, and somebody shouted, "It's a woman," really disappointingly, and I replied and said, "Oh, it's a twat." Got a big laugh, and that was that.
No heckle is the best heckle.
I don't know, man. They're all the same.
The best heckle would be, "Oh, the show is over."
I did have one time at it was in Logan, where this table was heckling me, and then this other table from across the room just also started, and then they started like tagging each other's heckles, and they just ganged up on me for the whole fucking night. That was great. Love doing that room.
One that stumped me recently was, I was like, is your social media full of people with a vaccine? And this girl kind of looked at me really blankly for ages, and then went, I'm a teenager. And I was like, cool, I'll take this elsewhere. Yeah. Too old.
Sorry. Credits, thank you. Okay.